Welcome on my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'd like to show how to make this vertical slider using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In this slider, sort the list items that I've taken from a website that display holidays and unique celebration days for 2022 April. Create index.html file and open in VS Code editor. In the body, add header H2 text with a sentence special days in April 2022. After the closing header tag, create div with class container, add UL tag, but inside this tag do not anything else. It will be added in JavaScript part. Create div with class controls, add button, on click, adjust day -1, copy it, and in second button, change from -1 to 1. This means when user click button up, every time -1 day will be removed from the displayed date. When user click button down, it will be added every time +1 day. In order to add arrow up and arrow down, for your project you can customize arrows the way you like, but I prefer to use this. Copy HTML code and paste it in button. Copy HTML code for another button and also paste it. HTML part completed. Open index.html file in browser of your choice. I use Google Chrome. Reload the page. And this is how it looks. This project is small, so I prefer to add style tag into index.html file. But if you want, you can create separate style.css file and link it. For entire project, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. For body, minimum height is 100 VH, display grid, place items, center. For this project, I've decided to use font family, Verdana. And next need to add transition, which is gonna be for background color with 350 millisecond duration and ease. Save it. Reload the page. So now everything is centered and these two buttons will be placed on the right side later. For header, top 0, padding 25 pixels, position absolute, text align center, and background inherit. This means that in this project used 30 different colors, and every time when background color will be changing, background of the header will be changing too. And add color for text, it is pure white. Save it. Reload the page. Currently, color is not displayed because background is white, but if I hover over, it's available. For container, width will be 550 pixels and position relative. For UL, perspective will be 800 pixels with position relative, list style none, and transform style preserve 3D. For unsorted list and list, width 75%, height 40 pixels, left 50%, top calculate 50% minus 20 pixels. If to increase pixel number, for example, till 50 or 60, the 3D carousel will be almost touching the header. If to reduce it, it will be much farther from the header. Position absolute, display grid, and everything align at center. Grid template columns 43 pixels auto. Next it is transform, rotate X, bar, rotate X. Translate Z 190 pixels, translate X minus 50%, scale, var, scale, and 1. Next need to add rotate X. It will be used further in JavaScript part and I will explain it later. Calculate 1 degree, multiply on var, rotate degree, multiply on calculate, day IDX minus var, current day. Q, calculate var rotate degrees multiply on day ID. All text will be displayed in white color with background color HSL, which will be hue color 55% and var lightness 45%. If to increase this number, colors will be displayed much darker. If to reduce this number, colors will be lighter. For animation, transition will be 350 milliseconds long and background color transition will be also the same. Reload the page. So as you can see, nothing much happened, but the true magic will be done in JavaScript. Every time when user press arrow up or arrow down, new element out of 30 elements will be displayed and it will be scaled to 1.05 and it will be slightly darker in shade than background color. For control buttons, top 50%, left 100%, position absolute, flag direction, column, gap between upper and lower button will be 6 pixels, and transform, translate, minus 50%. Button will be displayed with font size 35 pixels in white color with background inherited, outline and border none, and added padding left. Each time on hover, button will be turning from white color into black color. And this is all with the CSS part. Next, it's JavaScript. I will add JavaScript part here, but if you want, you can create separate JavaScript file and link. Add const for April month and list. So for 1st of April will be added April's Fool's Day. Copy it, paste it, and don't forget to add comma. For 2nd of April, I will add this unique holiday. Same, copy it, paste, press comma. For 3rd day, added also holiday name, added comma, and like this, do as many times as you need for your project. In order to save time, I will simply copy paste from my original code. All 30 list items added, and don't forget about semicolon when you completed your list. For constant list item will be document.querySelector unorganized list. In order to select date of the month, need to add new date. Next, need to add date number by adding date of the month and get month and get the date. Active index will be date number. Rotation will be 360 degree and length of the month, which is 30 days. Next, need to add function init curly braces April month dot for each date option comma idx. Add another curly brace. In document, required to create element list that will be represented by constant element in this list. Element in this list dot style set property day idx and idx. Element in this list in inner HTML will be for year 2022, month 04, and will be displayed 1 out of 30 options in the list. Next, need to append element in this list into list element. List element dot style dot set property will be rotate degree and rotate adjusted. This rotate degrees we've added previously in this part of the code. For function called adjust day, which was added into buttons, and when user click, first button will remove 1 day from the list and arrow down button will add 1 day into the list. Will be displayed date, open curly braces. Each time when user click on button will be displayed date. List element dot style set property will be current date and date number will be displayed. Active element will be from document.querySelector, list, and active. This means that only one date could be displayed at a time. And this line of code will remove active element from the class list. Active index will include displayed date in April month. Next active element will be added by using querySelector list. From list will be selected active index and added +1. For background color, in this document will be used getComputedStyle and next active element dot background color, and will be added item in class list active. Save it, reload the page, and this is how it's gonna look. But current problem that arrow up and arrow down works only when clicked on mouse. But if user try to click arrow up or arrow down on keyboard, for that need to add event listeners. For that, window.add event listener, key down event, add switch. For case arrow up, adjust day -1 break, and for case arrow down, adjust day 1 break, default return. So by using this part of code, keyboard buttons will be also working. So after reloading, button up and button down works, as well as keyboard buttons. Thank you for watching my video. Please consider subscribing, press like button. If you have any comments, you can write it in comment section and I will reply on it.